Obs on tokens on your right. These are former champions here on the SCG Tour. Other teammates there, Tannen Grace, Harlan Fear, Grixis Delver, Jeskai Control with Brennan, and then Sean Hughes and Drew Iafrate, Sneak and Show, and Humans with Hal. I've played against Iafrate at GP Atlanta late last year. He defeated me. Pretty good player, loves himself an aggro deck. And then Sean Hughes I don't know much about, but these teams are off to a great start. And Sneak and Show, not a bad deck, as a mountain there for DeCandio, a concealed courtyard, and a renegade map there for Hal Brady. Round number 6 underway here from DFW. A Blooming Marsh, a Heart of Kirin there. That's a flying creature. That's important. For Hal, he is going to sacrifice the renegade map right now. See what land he wants to search up. Again, he's playing Obs on tokens, which means green, white, and black are in the deck.
Yeah, I believe green in the deck to enable, looks like game 1, just Vraska.
Okay. So a small splash.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy going on there. And there's another copy of Concealed Courtyard. This is a hidden stockpile. We should take a look at Hidden Stockpile. Learn a little bit more about this card because this is going to show up a bunch here in this match, I think, as we head over to Brendan DeCandio. There's your servo token.
So the short of it is, yeah, at the beginning of your end step, if you revolt it, get a token, you can sacrifice a creature to scry 1.
There you go. Pretty simple stuff. Nice little card. There's a Magma Spray. Going to take care of that servo token. No crewing with the Heart of Kirin. No third land there for Brennan, so we're going to head back over to Hal Brady, who's going to play his 3rd copy of Concealed Courtyard. And he'll simply pass the turn back. Over to Brendan DeCandio we go. He has not found land number 3, but he has found Merfolk Branchwalker number 1, which could potentially find land number 3 with the Explorer. It does. There's a forest. Problems are solved. This, what is that? I can't remember.
Start, finish.
Thank you.
Don't you have a Pro Tour? Oh, this is not in the format.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Or probably not in the format.
Start, finish is going to make 2 1/1s. There's your forest. Saw that one earlier. Hal Brady going to survey the battlefield here. Wouldn't be a bad time for Anointed Procession. Battlefield's pretty clear. These tokens do have Vigilance, so he's going to come in with both of them. Let's see what the big follow-up is here. It'd be Anointed Priest. Sacrifice a token. Scry 1. Gonna put that card to the bottom. And now a servo token, thanks to the revolt. And we are moving along back over to Brendan DeCandio.
We're already sort of hitting the stage where you can see DeCandio's individual pieces of spot removal are not going to be very good going forward.
Hidden Stockpile is going to make sure of that. You see Brendan does have a copy of a Braid in hand. Looks like he's got like a lot of red cards.
Yeah, I think at least 1 Glory Bringer.
Oh, there's our servo token. Hello. Hello, lovely. Well, there's a Braid going after Anointed Priest. Going to sacrifice that to the stockpile. Perhaps we'll see Hal Brady embalm that a little bit later. For now, however, he'll scry the top card to the bottom. And now here comes Branchy. Any blocks to be had? Nope. Looks like he wants to keep a couple tokens on the battlefield. So we're going to head back over to Hal. Drew a Swamp for the turn. Also has a Plains in hand. Fumigate as well. There's the Plains. Here's an attack with the servo and the Vigilant token. Big follow-up for Brady. A treasure map? 2 copies of treasure map. Okay.
You know what triggers revolt?
Treasures. Is the answer treasures?
It is.
The answer is treasures.
You know what that is?
What's that?
Cross-block synergies.
That is not the answer I was expecting. Well played.
Cross-block synergy.
That's correct. Here comes Heart of Kirin along with Merfolk Branchwalker. He's going to make a treasure. Scry 1. It's actually just a scry deck. That's all his deck is. Just a little scry deck. Put a landmark counter on the treasure map. Then if there are 3 or more landmark counters on it, remove those counters, transform treasure map, and create 3 colorless treasure tokens. With tap, sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. We'll get to the other side of the treasure map a little bit later. See if that comes up. He's going to scry that card to the top. Block. And trade with the Branchwalker, I think. Yep. Might be Fumigate time. See. There's a land. Get him. In for one.
Well, alternatively, he can cast out the Heart of Kieran and hope that the follow-up he gets from DeCandio is a creature.
That's true. Let's see, what is he casting here?
Looks like he's...
Oh, going to bring back Anointer Priest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Now here's Legion's Landing. Okay. So now he's going to make another token. He's going to gain a life from the Anointer Priest. And pass the turn back. With a mana available to either sacrifice a creature to hidden stockpile or make a activate treasure map again. All right, crew up Heart of Kieran. Get in there. And pump with Pia. Okay. So DeCandio not going to add any additional resources to the battlefield and just going to pass the turn back, though his hand has 2 Glorybringers, potentially 3.
Yeah, the thing is, you know, it's all innocuous stuff, but the fact that Brady is making sure he's getting the best of every draw step with all the scrying and gaining life here and there is making it much harder for DeCandio to finish out this game in time. And once Brady starts deploying his big plays, the fumigates, the cast outs, whatever, very hard for DeCandio to recover.
I believe it's Treasure Cove. I think it's the flip version of Treasure Map. As now Brady has three treasures. There's the Treasure Cove. Taps for mana, sack a treasure, peel a card. All right, pretty adorable here. And now Legion's Landing is transformed as well. There's a lot of transforming going on here.
But no Rival Vixalon cards to my bingo concerns. It shouldn't be that hard to get attack with 5 or more creatures at least.
Is that on your board?
Yeah, if memory serves.
Okay, yeah, that's not hard at all, especially for this deck. Cast out, see you later, Heart of Kieran. We're going to sacrifice a creature now too?
You might as well. It's basically free on your own turn to do it once.
Yep. Scry, get a servo, gain a life. This deck is adorable. If he had Anointed Procession right now, he'd be going nuts. 3 mana. Jade Light Ranger. All right, there's a Blooming Marsh. Next one. It's another land. Okay, so draw 2. 2-1 not great on this battlefield, though. I guess any creature on the ground is not great on this battlefield.
Yep. If it was a 4-3, it would be that much different.
Yeah. Rootbound Crag and Pia are going to come in. Rootbound Crag. Thopter and Pia. Rootbound Crag was the land. There's a block. Sack. Scry. Pia's going to pump the Thopter.
And I think this was why Brady was patient. Tries to try to get one more play out of DeCandio that's a creature, so the Fumigate gets that much more.
Let's use that. Let's use that Treasure Cove. Sack a treasure, draw a card. Looks like he picked up another copy of Fumigate. There's a Renegade map. And looks like a Vampire with Lifelink might be coming in, yeah. And same with the Anointer Priest, okay. The Embalmed Anointer Priest, of course, but that's going to come in too. And Jade Light Ranger looks like it might jump in front of something here.
Well, you know that you can't, you can't really attack. I know it's painful to trade off your creatures for tokens, but this thing can't attack on the ground, so.
Yeah, so a little trade there. A little life to be gained too. Servo token from the Revolt, from the hidden stockpile. A lot to keep up with here. You see the life totals 12 to 11 in favor of Brady. One empty on the other match is 2 on our scoreboard there. Sean Hughes and Sneak and Show very quickly up a game over Tan and Grace playing Grixis Delver. Drew Iafrate, he's down a game with humans against Harlan Fear playing Jeskai Control. And for Brendan DeCandio and Hal Brady, they're in their first game still. Tough to say who's leading now, especially with this Glorybringer.
I think Brady's pretty comfortably ahead here. He's getting so much mileage out of his lands.
Gonna sacrifice that Anointer Priest to the stockpile as Glorybringer went exerting to take care of it. Let's see, now he's going to make a vampire off of a Danto. And now he'll draw a card. Remember, he kept this card on top from the scry.
Looks like a stockpile.
Yeah. Here come the beatdowns. Kill the vampire, perhaps. Yep. So Brady's going to gain a little bit of life, get a damage through. I think it might be fumigate time now.
It might also remember he still got finished in the graveyard too.
That's true.
Brady in a position now where he's really far ahead, and it's just don't mess it up.
Yep.
You know, you can probably play around everything if he's careful enough.
Another hidden stockpile. Yep. Revolt triggers. 2 servos now. All right. Land, Glorybringer. We know DeCandio's playing. He's got plenty of these. So Brady's going to fall down to 8. There is a Scrap Heap Scrounger. Brady's going to sacrifice a treasure to draw a card via Treasure Cove. All right, Hal. Let's see what else you got working here, my friend. Another copy of Renegade Map. You don't want to lose the Glorybringers, I'll tell you that much. He's going to sacrifice a Renegade Map. He'll draw a card. You mentioned the finish that he does have in the graveyard from start finish. He's got black mana, of course, to cast it, and it appears plenty of mana, too. Okay. Here come the Knuckleheads. Scrap Heap Scrounger can't block, so 2 damage is going to come through. Here is start finish. Finish half. Going to take care of Glorybringer. Don't get to see that one much, but the 3 mana sorcery speed aftermath card has additional cost to cast it. Sacrifice a creature, destroy target creature. Bone Splinters might sound a little familiar. There's Anointer Priest. 2 tokens enter the battlefield, so 2 life will be gained, and pass the turn back over to DeCandio, who has another Glorybringer, now has Ronus the Indomitable.
I mean, it feels like there's enough fly, enough trample where the game isn't quite hopeless yet. I think DeCandio's in a lot of trouble, but he's got the resources to play on.
Yeah, you might not notice the trouble he's in at the start, but I do agree with you. I think he's got a rough road in front of him. Well, we got one match that's over pretty quickly as there's a cast out to take care of the Glorybringer. Here comes the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Sean Hughes. Well, Sneak and Show's still pretty good. You would know. Sneak and Show guy over here.
It wasn't that good.
No?
I think my record with it was worse than when I played Burn in the previous one.
Yeah, should just play Burn then. Is
that
how that works?
That would have been good either.
Well, Sneak and Show took care of Tan and Grace.
I'm not saying it's any one deck or card's fault. It just wasn't. You know, I think I went 9-6 with Burn and then 8-6 and didn't finish a match with Sneak and Show.
Okay.
So, something like that.
Servos and Anointed Priest. Ah, yes, here it is. Now we're doing it. No more. Anointed Procession, no more. Cannot come back from that. Is Hal Brady going to take care of 3 Glorybringers and a whole bunch more? Is Azon Tokens going to win game number 1 here over Green Red Monsters? These players are going to go to the drawing board. We're going to give them some time to do that. But first, I think it might be time for a little message from our sponsors. How's that sound?
Sure.
All right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Brennan DeCandio, Hal Brady. It's Green Red Monsters, it's Obs on Tokens, and Hal Brady up a game with his Obs on Tokens deck, which means DeCandio will be on the play. He's got 3 Chandra Defeat, 3 Chandra Torture Defiance, excuse me. 2 Deathcourt Scavenger, 2 Sweltering Suns, 2 Naturalized, 2 Struggle Survive, and 1 Dire Fleet Daredevil. Well, you know, Naturalized and Sweltering Suns are probably okay at least.
And I think the Deathcourt Scavenger as well comes in. I think it's too hard to protect Chandra, and Brady just doesn't have enough powerful individual creatures to warrant it. But the Scavenger, the Suns, and the Naturalized seem very good.
Other side of things here for Hal Brady: 4 Lost Legacy, 3 Duress, 2 Forsake the Worldly, 2 Sunscorch Champion, 2 Angel of Sanctions, and 2 Sentinel Totem.
Is the Totem the new one that brawls with your own thing and then it flips into a Sentinel Factory? Or is that a different card?
I think that's a different card.
The 4/4 for 4. Let's look this up because I'm not 100% sure.
I'm thinking the Totem goes after graveyards, but let me check.
Oh, is that the your cards in graveyards can't be targeted and then? Oh, okay.
Enters the battlefield. It's this thing. Enters battlefield. Scries 1.
What card am I thinking of? The 4-cost 4/4 that has to fight your own thing, and then if the Golem survives, it flips into the Golem Factory. Because I thought that could be plausible because he's got so many small things that maybe it's some like late game engine. I don't know.
I actually don't know what card that is, and I know like every card. I feel like you just made up a card. Wow. Is that not true?
Wish I could. I don't have the name of it. It's one of the transform cards.
Okay.
And it transforms into tap for 2 mana or tap it and 2 to make a 4/4. I don't have it.
Is it Guardian Idol?
Anyhow,
it's definitely not Guardian
Idol.
Idol.
Of the sideboard cards, I think Angel of Sanctions is the only.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one seems great.
It's good at killing creatures, and then you can fumigate.
Yeah.
This?
Golden Guardian. There we go.
I've never seen this card.
Oh, your own. This thing has to die.
Okay, 4 mana, 4/4 Defender. Golden Guardian fights another target creature you control. When Golden Guardian dies this turn, return it to your bet. What's the other half?
Flips into a land that can make 4/4s, I think.
Huh. That's from Rivals?
Yeah. I was excited because I got the Rivals of Ixalan card flip. I thought it was in play.
Is that bad? I've never seen that before. Oh, I looked over the spoiler a lot. Never seen it. All right, Brennan's mulliganing. That's fun. Just learned something new. Jeez. It's kind of a cool card. I like this tokens deck.
I do too.
It's like pretty fair, but I still kind of like it.
Yep. I don't like the self-solving nature of the hidden stockpile that much. I think Revolt make a token plus sacrifice a token to do something is kind of corny, but it is cool.
Oh, here's the flip.
It's a cool deck.
Here's the flip. Gold Forge Garrison. Add 2 mana of any one color to your mana pool. Okay. 4 tap. Create a 4/4 colorless Golem artifact creature token. Sure. 2 mana. You gotta work for it though.
You do. It's not trivial to flip.
Yeah, it's hard to flip.
You have to have it fight a 5/5.
Yeah, this is actually, you got some work to do to flip this thing. But it's a 4/4 defender for 4, so it's like got a body that matters. Sort of. It's like a wall unlimited.
I don't know. I haven't played any drafts, so.
Yeah, me either. That's for next weekend. All right, let's do this, Rootbound Crag. Hal Brady. Conceal Courtyard, pass it back. DeCandio. He's got to be the aggressor in this matchup. It's his job to get things set up, as he has no 1 or 2. Planeswalkers are probably good against Hal's deck for what's worth.
Well, it depends on DeCandio's ability to actually manage the battlefield. That's going to be the challenge.
The Jadelight Ranger time? That's the Scavenger time. Dinosaur against an Anointer Priest.
So that's 3/2 summon, exile a card if it was a creature +1/+1 counter. We've seen a little bit.
+1/+1 until end of turn.
Oh, when it enters the battlefield or attacks.
Correct.
Right. That's right.
I remember thinking it was a +1/+1 counter when I first played with it, and I learned the hard way that it's not. It's also dead now.
Yeah.
As Anointed Priest is going to come across for 1, DeCandio is going to fall down a little bit lower. Is it Chandra time? It is. Don't have to take care of Anointed Priest, but he will. And we're going to head back over to Hal Brady. Hal Brady will draw a card. He's got a copy of Hidden Stockpile now. Ooh.
The dunes.
It's the dunes. I like the dunes. All right, Anointed Procession. Both players with 4 mana permanents that can really have a huge effect on the game. Let's see which one gets the better of it. There's a mountain for DeCandio in his 5th turn. What's plus? Naturalize. That's
That'll play.
That'll play. That'll play.
Naturalize plays.
And now, Death Scorch Scavenger's going to eat something. I would say that DeCandio's 4 mana permanent has gotten the better of things.
Yes.
This go around against Hal Brady.
Now that's in large part because it was naturalized. If DeCandio had found, nothing of consequence, and Brady gets to untap with the procession, then might be run away in the other direction.
Different story. We'll never know. Brady's got a concealed courtyard. He's got a cast out. Enough of that, Chandra. Let's go back over to DeCandio now. Got a forest, a couple other cards in hand. Let's do a little branch walking. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Love it.
Oh.
You see that? You see that?
Oh, me oh my.
Now that
is some deck building.
That's cross-block synergy.
Too, yeah.
It's all of it.
Oh, man.
It's all of it right there. You think you can get anything by Brendan DeCandio? You are wrong. Oh, dude,
there's just too much
Patrick,
going on.
I got some bad news for you, my friend. We had a revolted fatal push to kill a Death Scorch Scavenger. And I'm about to mention good deck building.
Is that it?
Bingo!
All right.
Bingo!
Celebrate your dub here, and then we can just call it.
Team Cedric. Bingo.
I win or I lose.
That's big right there. That's big.
I win or I lose.
That's big.
I gotta talk about this board a little bit.
This battlefield right here?
This battlefield.
What's going on? What are we talking about?
You having a card transform and me having a card from Rivals of Ixalan transforms.
Okay.
You having player gains 6 life in 1 turn and me having player wins with 2nd copy of Approach.
Yep.
These are all just harder to do. It's not like, oh, it's mostly harder, but it's a little bit different. It's not.
No, it's just harder.
It's just harder.
It's just harder. Yeah, it's not even fair, really, if you think about it.
Let's get to game 3.
Yeah, soon we will.
Because he's trying to fumigate.
Yep.
It's cool.
Let's keep playing then.
Play on. Fine, whatever.
All those things are dead. A little bit of life here for Hal Brady. Does he have a Ronus too? Ronus is nice. I like Ronus. Bang.
Yeah, Trample's not bad. You pair that with the Scrounger.
Yeah, play a forest, pass turn back. Hal Brady draw a card. It's got Anointed Procession, got a little hidden stockpile, got a long way to go to building up a relevant battlefield, unfortunately. I think he's dead now.
Oh, yeah.
I think you are.
Oh, yeah.
I think you are not alive anymore.
You are going to get. Well, if he has a push, I guess he can.
Well, we're going to find out one way or another.
We are going to find out.
DeCandio into the tank. Harlan wins 2-0 over Drew Iafrate. Jeskai normally beats humans. There's Pia. Pump Pia. Beatdowns. Let's go to a 3rd game, shall we? It's Brendan DeCandio and Hal Brady are getting ready for G3. Green Red Monsters, Obzon tokens. They're all tied up. There will be only one winner here. We'll find out if it's going to be Hal Brady or Brendan DeCandio in just a moment. But first, a couple words from our sponsors. Welcome back. Brendan DeCandio, Hal Brady, Green Red Monsters, Obzon tokens, getting ready for G3 here. Both these players are going to take a look at their opening hands in a moment. Not sure much changes for either player on the sideboards here, but Chandra Torture Defiance and Naturalize had a huge role there in game 2.
Yep. Yeah. DeCandio got off on the front foot there, was able to Chandra down the only threat, put over the Naturalize next turn, and that was pretty much that.
Time to squad up. Sean Hughes, Drew Iafrate there behind Hal Brady. Dan and Grace, Harlan Fear. They're getting ready to talk with Brendan DeCandio. As both players are going to take a mulligan real quick here, which means that gives us a minute to sell something. Bring up a game night slide. Yeah. We got any of those? You got any more of those game night slides? Well, there we go. String theory, ever heard of it?
There it is.
Sell that.
There's a URL at the bottom of the screen. You can go check out. We got some other kits we can show off here for February Yeah, you know, the Fast and the Furious and the Curious George. This is a merger. In marketing, what do they call that? Cross-brand synergies? You know better than me. March. Yeah. Two-toed spectacles.
Sloth.
To my knowledge, not related to any popular IPs. Go to cerseigames.com/game night to find the game night closest to you.
Sold.
Sold.
I feel like I just felt
That's
two stores buy it.
The soft sell.
That's right.
Sometimes you give them the hard sell, sometimes the soft sell.
You got to mix it up.
Yeah.
You got to mix it up. Keep people on their toes. Both players going to scry here. Top card, bottom card now for Brennan. Hal's going to keep his on top. Hal's in the play. G3. And away we go with a swamp for Brennan DeCandio. It's Rootbound Crag for Hal. He kept that art card on top. It was a cast out. Here's hidden stockpile. That's how he won game 1. It was very good for him. We'll see if it does it again here for game 3. Not really splashing green for much.
No, just Vraska.
Yeah, not much. Vraska, I suppose, is pretty good, though.
Yes.
DeCandio does have a naturalize in hand, so can take care of the hidden stockpile now if he'd like. There's a Branch Walker. Glory Bringer. Where are you headed? To the bin. Nope.
Well, DeCandio has only got 1 more mana, it looks like, so it depends on how much more cantripping he has and the threats in his hand. If he thinks he can get to 5 mana, Glorybringer better draw than most. If not, then he's got to let it go.
All right, leave it up. Let's go back over to Hal. Looks like Fumigate may have been the draw. He's got land 3 and Evolving Wilds. Is this a hidden stockpile? No, it's going to be an Anointed Priest. Sacrifice that Evolving Wilds. That'll trigger Revolt. That'll mean a 1/1 comes in, which will trigger the Anointed Priest to gain him a life. That's a heck of a turn.
It's nice.
Yeah.
A little bit of setup, and now we're going.
That's what this deck is all about, trying to get that snowball rolling. Once you do, it's hard to break up. Glorybringer the draw, we all know that. Forest. Jadelight Ranger, Explore 1. Death Scourge Scavengers going to the graveyard. That's 1 counter. Explore 2. Heart of Kirin. That's 2 counters. You got a 4/3 now.
Yeah, DeCandio really just on the hunt for mana, especially after leaving the Glorybringer on top.
And Jadelight Ranger will help you find it. Branch Walker wants some? I don't think so. Let's go back over to Hal Brady now. Cast out the draw. Hal has a 4th land. It's an Evolving Wilds. He'll sacrifice that. See which color mana he wants to get here. He's considering Swamp. He's already brought it forward. Already has 2 planes for Fumigate and various other double white spells. So he'll get a Swamp. Manifesting this deck is pretty good with Renegade Map and Evolving Wilds, along with some various duels.
And the requirements just aren't that intense.
Another Servo token from the Revolt. Little life gain from the Anointed Priest. Let's go back. Blooming Marsh the draw. So DeCandio did find the land he was looking for. He's got some very powerful red cards in hand. PNLR, Rekindling Phoenix, Glorybringer, and don't forget about the Naturalize that's in hand as well. Beatdowns.
Buy 2 tokens on the 3/2. Pretty low risk block. It looks like Hal just wants to take the whole thing, which is also fine. Because you have the out of scrying should something go wrong. It's possible here Hal, out of respect for Chandra, would want to leave some of his battlefield intact. But also, hard to imagine DeCandio would be swinging here if the plan was to play Chandra.
He's going to double block.
Yeah, I like a double block here. Like I said, it was the first block that jumped out at me. Brady might have other considerations, but it is fairly safe because if DeCandio has something, you're trading a spell for a servo, which is nice, and you get to scry for your trouble.
There's Pia along with the Thopter, and there's that Blooming Marsh. Again, Hal Brady knows about Glorybringer. He does not know about the Rekindling Phoenix or the Naturalize. And in Hal's hand right now, I believe he has at least 1 copy of Fumigate. We know he's got a cast out. And now he's got a teammate in Drew Iafrate talking in his ear. See if they can come up with the right play this turn. Sunscourge Champion.
A little surprised to see this in post board. I like it more for mono red style decks against a deck like DeCandio, who has a lot of 4s and 5s and can really overpower Brady on the battlefield. Just doesn't seem nearly as good.
I'll block with my 2/2. Okay.
I don't believe that you have anything.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Gonna leave that on top.
I believe you want to sacrifice that priest anyway.
Caught him. Make a 1/1 servo. That land on top is land 5 for Fumigate number 1, and potentially more Fumigates after that. Looks like J-Light Ranger may have been the draw. Here's Rekindling Phoenix. Squad up. It's one of the best parts of team tournaments. Get to consult with your friends. Here comes J-Light Ranger and a Thopter.
And Brady, because of the Anointed Priest and the champion and so forth, he has, even though he's getting hit here, he does have a lot of life to play with here. So he can afford to just take this if he wants to.
There's your block. 1 damage going to come across. So a little chump block. There's Rekindling Phoenix. Great target for cast out as Brady's going to untap very quickly, draw that 5th land. He'll play that 5th land. Now, what I'm curious to see here is DeCandio has been saving the Naturalize for a long time. Been very patient with that card. Could have killed Hidden Stockpile a long time ago. Has elected not to. There is cast out.
Well, the stockpile has been pretty modest so far, and especially if DeCandio is planning on winning in the air anyway, you'd rather save it for, you know, procession or maybe something else slipping through.
Rootbound Crag the draw there for Brennan. That's land number 5. Could go towards Glorybringer here, but you have to imagine that Fumigate's on his radar. And Brennan is pretty well versed in this brand new standard format. He knows that these Obzon token decks and token decks in general do play a lot of copies of Fumigate.
Yeah, and if you spend your whole turn, lose everything, and then Brady gets to untap with the stockpile and play in all of his mana, he can really pull ahead here. So Kenny is going to want to be a little bit more careful than that.
Going to pump up the Thopter token here with Pia. Looks like he's going to leave Naturalize at the ready. Might be expecting Fumigate at this point now.
Well, clearly if he didn't just let it rip with the Glorybringer here.
Or the Pia activation.
Or the Pia, right.
Yeah. Evolving Wilds a draw. Teammates are trying to figure out what exactly is DeCandio up to. I know you have Glorybringer, you're not casting it. Sacrifice the Evolving Wilds. There's a Revolt trigger now. Basic Plains. We're under 13 minutes to go in the match as well. Looks like plenty of time for these players to finish. Okay, so he's going to embalm Anointer Priest. Trigger. Get a servo, gain a life.
Come up with the works here a little bit. Able to maybe squeeze a little bit more out of DeCandio here while without actually investing any real resources. And he gets to
give him to use the Naturalize, which is pretty big.
Get the value out of his creature out of the graveyard before it's hit with a Gorger.
All right, is it Glorybringer time?
Glorybringer is still very risky against Fumigate. It's a lot of life, and not inconceivable that Brady could follow up with something to answer the Phoenix as well.
Phoenix is a pretty nice card in this battlefield, though. I'll tell you what. There's a land. All right, here's Glorybringer. 15's a pretty decent amount of life here for Brady.
Yeah, the question I think is just how can you attack in such a way that that maximizes your protection against Fumigate on the way back? Probably just too hard to do, I'm guessing. It's just going to be bad for DeCandio. The hope is that with the Phoenix he can rebuild.
All right, top card goes to the bottom. See what kind of blocks how Brady wants to make here. Just going to chump block the servo. That's 4, 8, 9 in the air. Okay. Down to 6. Draw. Evolving Wilds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 life would be gained. Potentially only 5, depending on if DeCandio sacrifices a Thopter in response to Fumigate. Here comes Sunscorched Champion. Don't mind me. Just checking out the red zone.
Nothing to see here.
Nope. I guess this attack's like a little risky. I guess you're still getting the 5 life either way, because Champion's a 2/3.
Right.
Okay.
He either blocks with Pia here, or sacrifices the Thopter in response to Fumigate.
Sure. It's 5 life all the same.
The question is if you want to do the soul read and block and
sack the token.
And sack the token.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every life could matter here. This is going to be tight.
I mean, I kind of love it.
It's also.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Fumigate's the only card that matters.
That's not, if he goes Angel of Sanctions, it's like, oh my God, what did I just do?
Okay, that's true. That's true. That's true.
But I think Brady has been playing towards Fumigate now for several turns, and he hasn't seen Angel of Sanctions, but it's not no risk. It is a.
I mean, he could just cast out the Phoenix and be fine.
Also true, right?
I love both sides.
I love it.
I love both sides.
Might have been bad, still love it.
Yeah, I love both sides now. Let's see, he's at 6? Yeah, he's going to cast out the Phoenix now. Glorybringer's still exerted. He gets a token.
It's like, might not have been good. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have Fumigate. What are you doing over there, you maniac? Did you draw Glorybringer? You drew Chandra? Chandra's a problem. That's a problem card.
Yep. And covers against Fumigate too.
Yeah, it does. This is also kind of interesting too, because J-Light Ranger's definitely going to attack, and there's a chance Hal might not block. But he will. He will. He will. There's a small chance he might not. All right, here's a little scry action. That card's going to stay on top. No idea what that is. How do these three, want to use Chandra? Because they're definitely casting it. Kind of the perfect draw step there for DeCandio. Plus it. Take a look. Shelter Thicket puts you to 4.
Try to burn him out here.
Yep.
I mean, if you think that Brady's on Fumigate, this is the path.
Yep. So I guess our little Sunscorched Champion get a little damage in here. Boom. Bring that down to 3. Blow up all the things. So that's going to gain 1, 2, 3 life only. This is going to go up to 7. Revolt has been triggered. Okay. Draw. Struggle to survive. We'll take a look at that here in a bit. Chandra's going to go up. Top card is Naturalize.
That'll play.
Yeah, that's not bad. That'll kill Cast Out. Give him Phoenix back. And now here's Death's Coof, boy. It's gonna eat. Yeah, that's a good turn.
Big turnaround here.
Dinosaur eats the Sunscorched Champion. Struggle to survive. Struggle deals damage equal to target creature equal number of land you control. And survive. A little shuffling of graveyards if we get to that point. Upkeep, going to sacrifice Servo. Bottom card now. Hal Brady's in some big trouble now. Anointed Processions, plural.
And that's no protection for what's happening in the air.
Nope. He does get to make 2 servos. That's kind of nice, I guess. Pass. Virtual 1. Didn't get a look at DeCandio's draw. Still got that struggle to survive in hand, though. It's going to kill a thing. Oh, you can kill a thing, attack for 7. Right? Yeah, Chandra 1, struggle that. That's going to do it. Brendan DeCandio is going to win this match over Hal Brady, 2-1. The team of Grace, Fear, and DeCandio are going to move on with another W here. So it's Grixis Delver, Jeskai Control, and Green Red Monsters taking down Sean Hughes playing Sneak and Show, Drew Iafrate playing Humans, and Hal Brady playing Obzon Token.